Hey guys! We are here to go live today talking about the marketing gap. Super excited to be chatting about this Hi guys! We are here today chatting about the marketing gap. As you're hopping on, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from so that I know that you are here. I'm really excited because I feel like this is a topic that so many people do not talk about. I feel like it's important to be said, and it's something that a lot of people are struggling with when it comes to knowing what your actual marketing gap is and recognizing how we're going to fix this and move forward in growing our business the right way and not focusing on all those wrong pieces, okay? So again, as you're popping on, say hi, let me know you are here. If you're watching on replay, again, let me know and share with me where you're watching from. I'm going to go ahead and get started right now. So for those of you who are new to me, my name is Naza Chaveri. I'm a business growth strategist and visibility expert. I help impact-driven women in service-based businesses who are ready to scale massively by owning their authority and creating a powerful client pathway that allows them to attract and retain clients so they can create success on their own terms. So again, we're talking about the marketing gap, why this is important, why we care about a marketing gap, and why the marketing gap is exactly what's been holding you back for so long, okay? So here's what it is. The reality of it is we can break down our business into two separate things, okay? It comes down to whether or not we are struggling with a visibility issue or we are struggling with a issue with our conversion, okay? Really anything in our marketing and growing our business falls to these two things, visibility or conversion. So I want to break down what exactly those two things are and why they matter, and then how we actually go about fixing them, okay? Because I don't want to just inundate you with more information. I actually want to give you tools that help you overcome this. So number one, when we struggle with a visibility problem, what that means is that we struggle with bringing people into our nurture space, okay? So that means that if I'm running a Facebook group or if I'm running a Facebook page or wherever it is that I'm showing up on a regular basis to nurture my audience into a cell, am I struggling with getting more people to that space? Or am I struggling with a conversion problem, which means that once I bring them into my conversion space or into my nurture space, that I'm converting them into a raving paying client? Those are our two main differentiators, and I'll tell you why I'm going live about this is because so many people think they have a visibility problem. Every single person I have seen out there tells me all the time, I'm struggling with a visibility problem. If I just had more people in my business. We're obsessed with this idea of more, okay? But I want you to tell me, now that I've given you the difference between a visibility and conversion, which do you feel like you're struggling with? Are you struggling with a visibility problem or a conversion problem? Drop it down below. And don't worry if you're like, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to explain it in detail, but I want to make sure that you guys kind of get a feel for what you're thinking the problem might be, okay? So here's what we want to talk about. Every single person I see out there on social media is constantly talking about more followers. I just need more people. I just need more. We're obsessed with this. And I call this churn and burn marketing. Why? Because I feel like we're constantly in this idea of if we just have more people coming into our space, that we would have no problems. That's the problem with our business is there's not enough people. Wrong. This is totally wrong, okay? Going against every notion that you've seen out there and telling you and asking you right now, can you convert the people who are in your warm audience right now? Meaning the people who are in that nurture space. For me, it's my Facebook group. I love my group. I show up every single day. I nurture them. I give. If I struggle with converting people in my Facebook group, I know that I'm not struggling with a visibility problem. I'm struggling with a conversion problem. So take a look at your business right now. One, do you have a nurture space? If not, we know that immediately that's a problem and we need to go ahead and take a look at that. But number two, the people who are currently in your nurture space, are we able to convert them into buyers, into paying clients? I would love to hear from you guys on whether or not right now you feel like you can easily and effectively convert people from being in your nurture space and getting to know you and seeing who your value and all that stuff into an actual purchasing client, okay? Here's why it matters. Because let's be real, if the people who don't know you, meaning people who are brand new to you that you're trying to increase visibility to, if they don't know, like, and trust you, and they aren't going to purchase from you, right? It's a harder sell. We all know this. So think of it this way, that if you have a warm audience of people who have already bought into you, they're already saying, okay, I get it. You have something incredible to say and I'm showing up and I'm listening to you, but I'm not purchasing from you, then what makes you think that someone who doesn't know you at all is going to purchase from you? Do you really want to have to jump through all those hoops to get that person who's brand new to you, who's very new to understanding and seeing your value, to try and get them there? No, we don't want to do this. The reality of it is, our problem most likely is not visibility, it's most likely conversion. So take a look at your business right now. Are you converting the people who come and you've nurtured them and you've built that know, like, and trust with? If you're not converting them, stop focusing on visibility. Stop trying to grow your following and focus on your nurture sequence. Focus on how you take people through this and how you get them to actually trust you enough to purchase from you, okay? So let's go ahead and now break this down, because no matter how many people you bring into your warm space, okay, no matter how many times you bring more people in, the reality of it is, if you do not have a clear and proven way to convert them, then you are going to be right back in square one where you're at right now. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to wonder why the heck this isn't working. And you're going to try and throw more money and more time at getting more people into your nurture space. Okay? You can't fix your visibility until you've fixed your conversion problem. Yeah, we're going there. We're being really upfront and honest about the fact that you do not need more visibility right now. You need more conversion. So you need to make sure you're converting on a regular basis and that you're crystal clear on the fact that your process for conversion is working. Okay? So I want to share how you know if you have a visibility problem, because there are people who truly only have a visibility problem. You have a visibility problem if you're converting really well with the people who are in your nurture space, who are finding you and falling in love with you and thinking you're incredible. They're buying into you. They're buying into your offers and they're saying, heck yes, give me more of you. You are incredible. But it's now time to get more people. It's time to make a bigger impact and open up those floodgates to more opportunities. That's when we know it's a visibility problem. Okay? Not a conversion problem, but we need to be able to differentiate that so we're not wasting time and money on the wrong thing. So I'm going to start with how we increase visibility. If you are someone who's struggling with visibility, these are the steps you need to do in order to increase your visibility. Number one, show up consistently. Okay. I feel like this is something, a buzzword that we hear everywhere, that, oh, we need to show up more consistently and you need to just be there for your people. Yes, you do. But what does that actually mean? It means that I need to show up and treat my business like a business and not a hobby. Meaning I can't just show up once in a while and when I'm frustrated or when things aren't working the way I want, I say, boo-hoo, I don't want to do this. So many business owners out there are not showing up consistently. It's infuriating. Okay? If you want transformation, if you want to see results, you got to do the work. It's just real talk. You can do all the things that you think are necessary, but if you're not actually doing the work consistently, showing up like it matters to you, and like you're treating this like a real full-blown business, no one else is. Okay? Here's my example. Let's say I want to get a six-pack. I'm like, yeah, that's my goal. I'm going to get a six-pack. It's going to be incredible. And I want to just be this totally ripped person. Now, imagine if I came to a personal trainer and I said to them, I want a six-pack, but I only want to eat healthy 2 days out of the week, and I only want to work out 1 day out of the week. They would look at me and be like, this chick is crazy. What is she thinking? There's no possibility that you can get the results you want without the action. That's what we mean with consistency. We need to recognize that if we have big, huge goals for ourselves, we need to show up in big, huge ways and be consistent in that. We can't do half-assed work and expect full-blown results. It just does not work that way. So make a commitment to yourself, to your audience, and to your goals and say, I am going to show up completely consistently and knowing that I'm going to do the work to get me to the goals I want. Okay? So I say this, that you have to show up even if you feel like people aren't showing up for you. That's hard to hear. But the reality of it is, this isn't about you getting the validation and gratification you want out of this. You have to know that this is worth it, that you're in it for bigger results, that you're in this for long-term sustainable business and not just for short-term likes and loves and people saying you're doing a great job. Yeah, that's nice and it feels validating in that moment. But the reality of it is, I need to show up consistently even when it feels like other people aren't showing up for me. Yes, that means I put my own feelings aside and I say to myself, I'm committed to showing up for 30 days. I'm committed to showing up for 90 days and doing the work and saying to myself that I'm not going to be bombarded with the thoughts that this isn't working. I'm not going to give up just because everyone else isn't showing up for me. I'm going to show up no matter what. Okay? Because consistency, that breeds intention and it breeds trust. No one trusts the person who shows up once a week and does the work part way or cares just a little bit. They want the person that they know is going to be there through thick and thin. They're going to show up no matter what because they believe in themselves and they believe in the transformation they're going to bring to the table. Okay? Number 2, when we talk about increasing our visibility and bringing that visibility that we want, you got to show up massively. Okay? I mean, show up like in the biggest way possible. Okay? That means that I'm showing up with my audience, my clients, my potential audience's needs in mind. I'm thinking about them and not me. I'm not worried about me. My big thing that I share with people is that success is not about you. It's bigger than you. So much bigger. So every time you show up, I want you to show up like you know you're about to change the freaking world. You're about to make waves in a way that can never be held back. But here's the deal. When we show up massively, we have to know who we're speaking to and why it matters. So do your homework. Pay attention. Make sure that when you're showing up, you're speaking to them and their needs. You're not just talking about yourself. You're not just making yourself feel better. You're making sure that they feel heard. I always say, I need them to feel heard, seen, and understood. I know that by doing that and showing up massively, I can share with them that I have the solution to their problems because I'm excited about it. And I know that I'm going to show up massively. Okay? And a big piece of that is for you to listen and connect personally. Stop treating people like numbers. Guys, I love you. Social media is incredible and it brings so much opportunity into the online business world. But if you go out there and treat everybody like a number, be prepared to never move forward in your business. Or if you do, make sure that you realize that this is going to be short-lived. That's just some real talk. We cannot create sustainable businesses by not putting our audience and their needs front and center. I don't connect with people to try and get something out of it. We connect with people because we want a change. We want to give them transformation. We want to help. If you're treating your business like just another number, another person coming in, another client, another cha-ching, I see this all the time. I'm sorry, it's not gonna work. I've been in marketing for 17 years. I've run my business for a decade now, and I'm telling you what works in really attracting and nurturing our clients and having long-term clients is to care about them, to give and pay attention, okay? So stop treating people as numbers and really listen and connect with them personally. Connect with people. Listen to their needs. Ask questions that let them feel empowered and heard. This is so important when it comes to our actual visibility, is letting people know that I'm here, I'm paying attention, I'm different than the rest. Connection. Finding a way to connect with them. That is what will give you massive visibility in a very short period of time, where people feel like I am totally seen, felt, and heard by this person. So now I want to talk about conversion, because let's be real, I bet you a lot of you that are here are struggling more with conversion than you are with visibility after having this whole conversation. So let's break it down, okay? You cannot just add more people into your nurture space and then pretend like the problem was always them. Oh my gosh, I hear this all the time. People say, you know, Naz, my problem isn't that I don't have the right offer. It's that I just don't have the right people. These people are saying no to me. They say they can't afford me. They say that, you know, they're not sure if now is the right time. That's a flashing sign that says, no, we have a conversion problem. We have a conversion problem because we can't just keep blaming everyone else for the fact that they're not purchasing. If you have people and you've done the homework and you've spent the time to recognize their needs and you're giving them an offer that fixes those needs, then it can't be them. Really. I know there's people that come and go, and yeah, there are some people who really can't afford your services, and we get that. But that doesn't mean that they can't afford your services coming in the future. It doesn't mean they can't find a way to recognize your worth and be prepared for that. But we have to start blaming them and recognize that, guys, this might be on us. Really, truthfully. So if you have a warm market that isn't purchasing, you need to realize that it's not all on them, okay? It's on you. It's time for you to see where that missing link is and why it's not working for them right now, okay? Because I'm telling you, I've been through this. I have been there where I blamed everyone else. I said, ugh, I just have a bunch of people who are freebie seekers and nobody wants to buy from me. That wasn't the problem. The problem was I didn't have what they needed, or they didn't see the value in me right then and there. That was on me. I needed to fix that. I need to get clear on what might be missing. So I want to break down for you that if you are struggling with conversion, here's what might be missing and how to fix it. Number one is your confidence in yourself, in your offer, and why the heck they should work with you. The reality of it is, if I'm showing up with my head down, being like, yeah, I have this offer, it might be of interest to you, hopefully you like it, no one's gonna buy from me. I have to be excited. I have to feel confident in what I'm selling. That comes from clarity, right? We have to be crystal clear on knowing who we are, what we bring to the table and our value is, why our offer's freaking incredible, and how we fix their problems. You gotta have confidence in those things, because if I'm showing up without that confidence, it's not gonna go anywhere. You have to be confident in what you're doing and what you have to offer people. So, again, if you're showing up or you're making excuses why you can't go live or you can't have conversations with people, or you can't find your own form of networking, the problem is with you and your confidence. It's time to reevaluate why you're awesome. Why are you the go-to person they need to talk to? Don't worry about visibility until you've got this thing totally figured out. Got it? Number two, does your offer solve a problem? Like a real legit problem? Because here's the thing, things that people don't understand is that your offer has to be able to do two things. It has to fix a problem that they see as their problem, and then it has to fix the problem that we know is the problem. It has to do both, okay? I have people say to me all the time, Naz, I'm fixing the problem that I know is what's wrong with them, and I'm an expert and I know that. Yeah, we get it. But listen, if I'm going in and saying, here's the problem you have, and I'm trying to educate them and force them into this thought process of what I truly believe to be a problem, this stands in our way. We have to be able to solve the problem they think they have, as well as the problem that we as the authority figure know they have. It has to fix both. Otherwise, we're gonna get a lot of objections, a lot of no's, and a lot of education time, okay? So fix both of them at the same time, and it's golden. It's like sparks go off and everything fits perfectly, okay? So we have to recognize what might be missing in solving the problem they have is maybe you're not totally familiar with what their pain points are. Maybe you're just thinking about some minor things that you think are important to them. How can we really get in on the deep, dark pain points, the ones that keep them up at night? I always say, think of what someone's Googling at night because they can't fall asleep. Solve that problem as well as the problem they think they're having. Number two biggest thing of why we need to recognize or what might not be working when we're offering or fixing to solve a problem is the transformation. Do you know what they want their lives to look like on the other end? Do you know how to make them be able to visualize their lives on the other side of working with you? If the answer is no, and you're just being very like, I can help you run your social media, that's not the transformation. They don't want just their social media to be ran. They want to know that they feel like they're confidently showing up every single day with a list of clients who want to work with them and feeling totally in control of how they bring in clients to their space. That's what they want from you. They don't just want you to manage their social media. They want to know their life's going to look different. Okay? And last but not least is that we're not taking the time to pre-qualify. Guys, if we come in and we're saying, well, I have this offer and I can solve these problems, have you taken the time to pre-qualify the people that you're talking to? Making sure that the people standing in front of you actually qualify for what you're looking to do. And that doesn't always mean qualify for money-wise, like, oh, they have enough money. It means that they qualify in where they're at, the mindset they're in right now, the state their business is in, how much this matters to them. Okay? What their problem is, and how does my offer solve that problem? Those are the main huge things we need to have, that connection. Here's their problems, the things that they know they want to have fixed. Here's how my problem solves it above and beyond. Makes them feel like their entire world is changed. Next is asking the right questions. I have so many people who come to me and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. The reality of it is you might not be asking the right questions. Excuse me. When it comes to our business, creating connection, finding a way to truly convert our clients is by asking the right questions, okay? We have to make sure that we allow them to feel seen and heard and connected to us. That happens by asking the right questions. Notice how I say ask, not talk. So many people out there are spending so much time talking about themselves. I tell this story all the time, but I remember the day that I had 10 clients. I had booked 10 sales calls. Of those 10 sales calls, I landed 0. I had the worst conversion rating ever. Why? Because I spent the entire time talking about myself. I spent the entire time trying to talk the person across from me into working with me. That doesn't work, guys. It doesn't work. The reality of it is we have to learn to ask questions that allow the person across from us to feel seen, heard, and connected. I want them to feel empowered by their future. Stop trying to make them feel crappy. Stop making them feel like they can't survive without you. That's just slimy tactics, guys. And whoever's teaching you that should stop. The reality of it is we want them to feel totally empowered by what their future could look like by working with us. So ask the right questions that get them to feel at ease and confident in you and what you can bring to the table. Okay? The biggest thing I tell people is I always start every single one of my sales calls by asking people why they're passionate about what they do. This leads to them talking for forever, getting super excited about things, and finally feeling amped up. I don't start the call with what are you struggling with or what's going wrong in your business, because people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to feel crappy about themselves. They want to feel like they know where that fire within them. Where did it all begin? So get to the questions that allow them to feel empowered and share with you and allows them to connect with you, because connections equal conversions. Okay? Number 4 is to take them on a journey. So many people bring them into their nurture space. They're awesome at the visibility aspect. They're like, yeah, come on, hang out with me, come see what I'm all about. And then they're like, let me just sell to you. Let me shove all of my sales down your throat and wonder why you're not purchasing. Guys, if we're not taking people on a journey, if we're not letting them see what we're all about, then we're not going to be able to convert them into a client. Conversions come from a place of taking them on this journey. If I bring them into my nurture space, I need to have a way that they go from, hi, I've bought into you, I know who you are, into learning why I'm valuable and what I bring to the table, and then nurturing them into a yes, please. This is long-term clients, guys. The people who didn't just buy in because they thought on a whim, I want to buy into this person out of nowhere. It's a matter of creating these opportunities to retain this client long-term by taking them on a journey. Conversions are about this journey we take them on. What do they need to know, and how can we take them from each step of their journey to feel confident in the decision they make to work with us and convert into a client? Okay? Don't just bring people into your nurture space to sell to them. I've been in too many Facebook groups where all they're doing is selling to them. They're not taking any time to get to know their audience. They're not taking any time to connect with them and truly give them what they need. Okay? You need to recognize that we have to come from a space of adding value, yes, but connecting with people. Okay? So I want to take it back. Now that we've gone through all this, do you have a conversion problem or a visibility problem? And the answer is not both. It's one right now. We need to pick one. Because the reality of it is, when we pick one, we can focus on that, and we can take the tips that I've shared with you here today, and we can implement them and fix the problem that we have. Now, guess what? Here's what I'm going to tell you. Let's say you say to me, Nas, today I definitely have a conversion problem. After hearing about what you said, I have a conversion problem. And you go fix that conversion problem, and you're converting like hotcakes. You're like the best incredible converter on this topic that you like to talk about. And people are coming into your warm space and they're like giving you heck yeses all the time. Now, once we've resolved that, once we've become the captain, the best at this, then we can go back and fix our visibility problem. But we can't fix both at the same time. We have to fix one at a time, focus on what those opportunities are, and really then move into the next space. Because guess what? There's a lot of people out there who are throwing money at Facebook ads. They're throwing money and time at things that aren't actually gonna move their business forward because they think they have a visibility problem. But guys, if you get people into your nurture space and you can't sell to them anyways, you just wasted a crap ton of money on something that's not gonna work for you. So focus on, how can I show up and convert? Most business owners think they struggle with visibility, but truth is they struggle with conversion. So it's time to now take a step back, take a look at what's not working in your business, find that marketing gap, what's not really working, and then go back and fix it. Because guess what? If I bring more people in, I create massive visibility, but I don't have the right process to convert them, I'm gonna hurt my credibility. I'm gonna lose trust of people. I'm gonna burn my audience. And I don't wanna do that. And I know you don't wanna do that. So focus on making sure that you have your conversion nailed down. You feel totally awesome. You know that people trust you. You know that people are buying into you. You know that you answer their questions with the right offer. And then go into your visibility, okay? I hope this was helpful to you guys today, and I hope you uncovered where your true marketing gap is, and now you've learned how to go back and actually fix that marketing gap, okay? So again, make sure we're focusing on the right stuff and not wasting our time on all the things that we think are gonna move our business forward, and focus on the things that actually will. I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for joining me again today.